Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 83 with Mr. Hornsby 83 Topics, and today I'm actually covering 3 topics. One topic is like the maximum 10-15 minutes, so I'm not going to make it too long. I'm not going to, go too long on the topics. But also going to do shout-outs at the end of the video too. So my first story of the day, topic story, is the American Horror Story premiere that we just had this past Wednesday, which I thought was completely stupid. Season 6, I thought it was completely stupid. They're trying to do this stupid thing like Ghost Adventures and all that garbage, and you got the real life, the so-called real life people talking about the events that led up to this and that. You had Shelby and Matt this week, and this really annoyed me. One, because they got Shelby talking, and it's the girl that came in season 2. I think she might have been in Covenant and Freak Show and the previous season, Hotel. But no, I don't think she's been in Hotel. But she's talking about how she met her husband Matt, and when they cut to the parts of the story where they're talking about it, she got magically transformed into Sarah Paulson. Matt, I don't know who the heck the actor is who was playing the real life Matt, but I know who it was that was playing the story version of Matt, Cuba Gooding Jr., which I didn't mind. And the parts where they were like showing the story and not going back to real life Shelby and real life Matt and Angela Bassett's character, which was Matt's sister. When they were freaking going back to that, that's what really weighed it down for me. I thought it was stupid. I hope they're not going to do the rest of the season like this. It looks like they are, though. So I probably won't watch. Maybe it'll be better next time. Maybe you could. I don't get why you just don't have them talk for the first couple minutes, then you just cut to the whole story. And then, like, maybe a half hour or so, you come back to them and talk and they're saying something. But it was like happening right after every commercial break, in between every scene. It was just really weighed down the suspense of the whole thing too. It was like, it just was stupid. And then apparently they were trying to copy the Blair Witch also. So, I just didn't like it. I think it's stupid. I'm not fond of them trying to make these look like documentary things. It's very stupid. I think they really screwed it up, so I don't know. Hopefully, if they have a 7th season, they don't do this crap again, because it was just stupid. Next up, I talked about it in the last video I did, which was last Sunday night when I reviewed Madden 17. AJ Styles becoming WWE World Champion. Now, I was very excited about this because I had no clue, and I'm glad I was wrong about this. I didn't think they were going to put the title on him. I thought, yeah, they'll give him spots, they'll give him shots and all that, but he's not going to win the title because I've seen what happened with Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit when they were wrestling. Oh crap, I'm probably going to get censored and taken off Facebook since I mentioned Benoit's name. But I didn't think they were going to give him the title because that's how WWE is, but then, and when they gave him the shot against Roman Reigns, I'm like, well, maybe they'll let him win it here, but it was kind of too soon because when they start out with him, he had the feud with Jericho. It ended at WrestleMania, which he lost. Then he lost to the Roman. Then he went on, beat Cena twice. Once was clean, which usually people don't get over Cena that twice, especially once being clean. So it was pretty awesome. And then when they gave him the shot against Dean Ambrose, I'm like, yes, they're going to do it. They're going to put the title on him. They're going to Ric Flair AJ Styles. They're not going to Benoit. They're not going to Jericho. They're going to Flair him because, remember, Ric Flair had been a big name in the NWA, but he held almost every other title prior to his, NWA time. And he came to WWE, I think at the end of '91 because of the dispute with WCW. And less than a year later, he's WWE champion. So I was happy they did that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, AJ Styles even surpassed the record Kurt Angle got when Kurt Angle came in. He had been there for 11 months, and he finally got the title on his 11th month, and then the next month was his year anniversary being in the company. So I was pretty happy they gave him AJ Styles the title. If anybody deserved it, it was him, because he's just great, and all the stuff he's done. And now he's the only guy, I believe, that's been IWGP, NWA, TNA, and now WWE World Champion, which is awesome. And I'm very glad they did it. The only title he hasn't had is the ROH title. He's basically part-time in there and part-time at New Japan, although he was more focused on the New Japan part when he was doing that. So, glad he won the title. This is the best decision WWE's made in a while, put the belt on him. I mean, you got Kevin Owens on Raw Universal Champion, which was great too. You got Nakamura, though I think they should have waited a little bit to give it to him and let Joe run with it a little more. NXT Champion, and AJ Styles, WWE World Champion. Now, I'm sure this is the part everybody was looking forward to coming into this video, so I'm going to get straight to it. My Colts defense against the Lions this past freaking Sunday was hot garbage. They played like trash. They weren't stopping the run well. They weren't they were pressuring a little bit, but not enough to freaking, affect any throws or anything. I think Mathis got a couple sacks. I think maybe even Cole and Walden might have got a sack or so. I don't know, but it was just terrible. And the thing that annoyed me the most about it was I watched all the Colt preseason games. That defense, well, except for against Philadelphia, but even so, it still a pretty close game. That defense played very good, and I was watching the game. I had high expectations. I'm like, man, I think we're gonna have a good defense this year because of how they played in the preseason. And lo and behold, like they do almost every single year, the defense lets me down. I have high hopes for the defense, and then they just let me down because I know the offense is gonna be good. And yeah, they started out they started out shaky at first, but when they got their niche and they clicked, they were freaking dominating the freaking Lions defense. Luck, not one interception in the game, and that was amazing. And offensive line, once they started, playing longer and harder, they started doing better on protecting Luck. Luck still took a good number of sacks the game, but no fumble, no interception, and he threw, I think, like 3-4 touchdowns in that game. But in the end, because of the defense, they just freaking let us down and lost. And I was very mad. I was calling for new defensive ends, new nose tackles, new middle linebackers, I was calling for new everything on that defense because they played like garbage. And hopefully they fixed that. And another thing too was a lot of the broken tackles, a lot of the missed tackles. They had a chance to wrap a guy up and they didn't even do it. I seen an instance where Kerr did it. I think Walden had a chance to. Let's see who else. I don't know. Kerr, Walden. I think Langford even missed a tackle. It was just god awful, and I wish they wouldn't have did that because you play like garbage. You played this great in preseason. Why couldn't you play this great in regular season? Now, granted, yeah, preseason the games don't matter now, but golly, if we had that defense that we had in the preseason in week 1, we would have freaking crushed the freaking Lions. But that typical freaking Colt defense. Ever since Peyton Manning's been there, we had bad defense. Ever since Peyton Manning was there. But that's why Peyton Manning didn't win his second championship until he got to Denver with a great defense. But enough about that. Hopefully we play better against Denver. Alright, I'm going to do some shout outs to a couple of YouTubers. Also, this week marked 2 big birthdays in my family, which was my son James's, which was his 14th birthday, his golden birthday. I want to send him a special birthday shout out. And my nephew Chris, I think it's, I don't remember. I don't know if he's going by Benedict or if he's got his dad's last name. happy birthday, little Chris. Hope you're having a good one. Also, someone that's a friend to my wife, Debbie writes, happy birthday today. I'm going to get some shout outs to a couple of YouTube channels that I find very good and entertaining in this video. First off, I want to send a shout out to Trippy Commentaries. I love what they're doing, even though I don't believe in what the Chili and mystery might be leading to. They do, and they've been videos are very good, and they work hard to figure out if where if they could solve it. So if they do and they prove me wrong, that'll be good for them. I mean, I still watch the channel and I like their videos, but I just don't believe there's anything to that Chili and mystery. But never know, I could be wrong. I've been wrong about plenty of other things, so I'll be happy to be wrong if they find something. Next up, Mark Times, aka Breaking Kayfabe. His channel, very good channel. I've been supporting it since he started, late 2014. And he gives good videos, and he gives good opinions about WWE and all the other wrestlings, and especially with his WWE opinions. And most of his opinions I agree with, some I don't agree with, but hey, he's doing his thing. Next up, oh yeah, well, yes, since I've already mentioned them, we'll give a shout out to my daughter Elizabeth, who does her channel, Lizzie Likes Speed Paints. Got it right this time. And she also has one where she merged with someone else. I think some kids they just go with Andy. I think it's Lizzie and Ollie or something like that. Then my son James, he does his JH's Awesome Show, where he does gameplay of Batman Arkham Knight and all that. Also, Ollie43, who, big GTA community YouTuber. IGN, because they give us, news and info we need, and they let us know about movies, video games, entertainment world, period, which is something G4 used to do when they were still around. And then I guess my last shout out will be, oh yeah, Super Training Gym, 06. They do a lot of videos, powerlifting videos, and pretty good channel. And they give you the helpful tips, helpful tips. Also, helpful tips. That's the difference in tips. Helpful tips. They also, I guess I'll add CT Fletcher in with them, because he's a bodybuilder, and he gives bodybuilding tips and that, but they give powerlifting and sometimes bodybuilding tips, so I'm going to give those two channel shout outs too. And that'll do it for this video. Join me tonight on my Facebook Live. I really appreciate it if you join me live, so I can, get your opinions on things and interact with you, get to talk to people I don't get to talk to on a daily basis, because either their schedule's busy or my schedule's busy or whatnot. Especially some of my family. But, also, tonight I'll be doing the Mario 3. I'm gonna go through level 1, get the first whistle, and I think level 1's also got the other whistle. And I'm gonna transfer to one of the most scariest places in Mario. Well, it looks creepy and scary, and that's World 8, the last world. I'm gonna do a playthrough of that. And I think that's about it for right now. I might have a review probably this Sunday or something. Next Tuesday, I'm gonna try to do just a plain shout out video. Also gonna try to get my written reviews back up, which the school's been kicking the crap on me. I mean, yesterday was the first time in a week I went back to the gym, because school was just kicking the crap out of me, plus I had a couple illnesses and all that. But, so please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, follow me on my Facebook fan page for one video, 3 topics. I will be doing it live tonight between 11 and 12, because we do movie night and that too. And until then, peace out.